Welcome, folks. I'm Steve Adubato. We kick off this very important, compelling program with the First Lady of the great state of New Jersey, Tammy Murphy. First Lady, thank you so much for joining us.
As always, thank you so much for including me, Steve.
We've had so many compelling and important substantive conversations with you, and I want you to update us on some things. As we put up the nurturenj.nj.gov site, tell everyone what that is and why it matters so much.
Sure. So Nurture NJ, Nurture New Jersey, is the program that I rolled out a couple years ago now, actually 2.5 years ago now. And that is the program that's going to help us raise awareness to correct our horrific infant and maternal mortality rates here in the state of New Jersey.
And remind folks how bad that, I'm sorry for interrupting, remind folks how terrible those rates are. Forget about rates. There are people involved, human beings involved, women involved, mothers. Go ahead.
Well, let me just say this. The United States is 56th in the world in terms of maternal mortality rates. Within the United States, New Jersey is 47th, and that's out of 50. When you look at those rates, you quickly understand that it has to do with systemic inequities in healthcare access. And so women who are Black are 7 times more likely than white women to die due to pregnancy-related complications. And a Black baby is 3 times more likely than a white baby to die before his or her first birthday here in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah. The new initiative, the new law that creates universal newborn home visitation, what exactly is it? Because it's incredibly important and long overdue.
Yes. The Universal Home Visitation Bill, which was signed into law by my wonderful husband several months ago, is really groundbreaking. It is a game changer here in New Jersey. It's the most robust in the country in this space. Essentially, what it does is it will ensure that any woman, no matter their income, their insurance, that they have the ability to have up to 3 in-person visits by a registered nurse in their home, the first visit to take place within the first 2 weeks of delivery. Now, why is that important? First of all, you should know that 52% of maternal mortality, maternal mortalities happen postpartum. And it's estimated that 2/3 of those are preventable. So if you consider the fact that when a healthy baby is born, that baby is probably seen by a pediatrician 3 to 4 times in the first 6 weeks of its life. And yet, if you are a mother having given birth, you likely will not see your provider again until after 6 weeks beyond delivery. So this bill will reduce the stigma because it's available for everyone. Which means we're not targeting people, we're being more equitable. So that's really important. It's also groundbreaking because, you know, if you think about when you go to a doctor's office, it's everybody's the same. You know, other than seeing what someone's wearing or how clean they look, you're never going to know what circumstances they might be living in. You're not going to know if they have food insecurity or housing insecurity, or if there's some other challenge that they're facing in a home life. And when you have a registered nurse who's able to go in and actually check on you physically, that also means that they're able to see what other resources might be out there that individual, that family might need, and we might be able to offer. The other piece I would tell you, Steve, is that this piece of legislation in New Jersey is so robust because we not only are, the big point is that it's universal, so it's not targeting, you know, a certain population. There's no charge. But the other pieces are, it's not only available to people who deliver healthy babies. This is a service that will be provided to adoptive parents, and it will also be provided to people who sadly might have a stillborn baby. So it really touches so many things. And when you see someone in their home, it's just going to make our network of care just that much greater across our state.
And by the way, log on to the Nurture NJ site to find out more. First Lady, let me ask you, we've asked you many times, and I've mentioned to you that we are involved in an initiative called Reimagine childcare for many years now. The Universal Pre-K initiative connected to that initiative, Reimagining childcare, and frankly, the larger economy and having people be able to go back to work. not to mention give our children, very young children, a fighting chance.
Yeah, all of these things. I mean, we have to rethink the way we treat people across the board. And that is one thing I'm really proud of that which my husband's been doing, because I think that making our state more equitable and giving people, a chance to, achieve the American dream and live a good life. If you're not healthy and you're not educated, it's really hard. So these are all transformational, and I'm really thrilled.
I want to ask you about this. The New Jersey Council on the Green Economy. What exactly is that?
So the council is something that my husband created it's to develop a roadmap to ensure that we are building New Jersey's clean energy and green economy out in such a way that we are, it's going to be an engine for job creation, for economic growth, and, in equitable investments across our state. The Green Council is comprised of a whole host of experts in their area. It's not only got people from different representatives from different state departments, but in addition, we've got people representing labor, we've got people representing the utilities, we've got people representing the energy sector, manufacturing, and it's chambers of commerce. So it's a real compilation of some very experienced people and people who have a stake in the green economy, and making sure that we roll it out with social justice in mind, and making sure that we are doing all we can to help our labor brethren as well. So it's really exciting. We've had 4 convenings thus far, and I can tell you that we always set aside several hours for these meetings. And we have some serious people who are dedicating their time to this. We actually went on a tour, a bus tour with this entire group through the Ironbound, understanding
Ironbound in Newark.
Correct, the Ironbound in Newark, to understand the challenges on the ground and the opportunities as well. But there's a lot of challenges, and we had commissioners and some of the different secretaries in the administration, alongside climate advocates and labor representatives, and it's really been an incredible experience. And just last week we had our meeting at a manufacturing facility, Weiss Aug, and they walked us through all that they're doing here in New Jersey and their challenges and how they are so sustainable. It just is. And I will tell you, we have very, very robust conversations in these meetings. There's never a moment where people aren't really excited about what they're seeing and the juices flow. And I think that our goal is that by April of next year that we are able to present the governor with this roadmap so that he is able to make sure that we are, in fact, becoming the green economy we want to become by the year 2050, and we're not leaving anybody behind.
Tammy Murphy, who is the First Lady of the great state of New Jersey, I want to thank you so much for joining us once again, and we look forward to future conversations. All the best.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Got it. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by NJM Insurance Group, the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, Wells Fargo, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities Clean Energy Program, PSE&G, Choose New Jersey, Community Food Bank of New Jersey, and by Georgian Court University. Promotional support provided by AM 970 The Answer and by NorthJersey.com and Local IQ.
We are the Community Food Bank of New Jersey, and we are there. We are there for more than 1,000 food pantry and feeding program partners. We are there for our neighbors in need, nearly 1 million of them who struggle with hunger. Working together with volunteers, partners, and donors like you, we fill the emptiness caused by hunger with food, help, and hope. We are CFBNJ, and we are there. Join us. Go to cfbnj.org now.